Coming up on Fulton today, big changes for a store on Old National Highway closed for illegal activity. And the county's emergency call center goes high-tech. We'll talk to the new director about the changes. Fulton Today is next.
From the Government Center in downtown Atlanta, you're watching Fulton Today with Shania Chavis.
Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. The fight is over to shut down a store in South Fulton, ban its owner from the community, and remove the business sign. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega covered this closing months ago, and she now joins us with a new update. Priscilla?
Shania, Fulton law enforcement agencies raided this business on the Old National Highway 8 months ago. That's when they say they found drugs and other illegal activity happening at the then Hoodmart convenience store. But the fight continued when residents wanted that business sign removed. Now, as you can see, it is. While the doors are now back open, there is a new business and a new look. The old Hoodmart sign has been removed, and with it, the former store owner.
No one wants to consider their neighborhood as the hood, which sometimes can have a negative connotation. And so by having a Hood Mart, it sent the message to visitors on Old National that we consider our neighborhood the hood.
Fulton County SWAT team raided the Hood Mart and found drugs, guns, and other illegal activity back in March. But residents wanted more to be done, so they worked with the community prosecutor to make sure the owner, Michael Hobby, never came back.
We entered into a negotiated plea where the owner is prohibited from operating or being a part of any business in Fulton County, and specifically the owner is banished from the Old National Corridor for the next 8 years.
The change wouldn't have happened without the residents voicing their concerns to police and county leaders.
In this situation, the police knew about the area. They conducted several stings and was able to make a joint takedown of this location. And these type of activities can be done in other areas in Fulton County as long as the businesses and the residents remain engaged.
The other two co-defendants in the case are expected to learn their fate next. But for now, it appears a new store is back in business, and this time legally. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Priscilla Ortega.
Thank you, Priscilla. Meanwhile, the county's emergency 911 call center goes digital with a new radio system. Now, this upgrade means expanded coverage and a quicker response to emergencies. FGTV's Felicia Church has our story now about the change in equipment and the change in command.
Response time to your emergency call to 911 is getting a lot faster. The county's Emergency Communications E911 department is upgrading its aging analog radio system with a state-of-the-art digital system.
We had a very old radio system that was kind of not holding up. It was beyond its life expectancy. It's 20 years old. It was put in or designed for the Olympics at the time of the Olympics. So again, it was time to migrate to something new.
Joseph Barriswain is the new director of the Emergency 911 department. He says the agreement with Motorola to erect the new system will increase county coverage of emergency service by 50% and will stretch from Johns Creek to Chattahoochee Hills. Emergency 911 operators handle about 1,500 incoming calls a day. That sometimes translates into long hours for 911 operators, some up to 12 to 16 hours a shift. So part of the overall upgrade is new high-tech hydraulic equipment for staff.
The new furniture we just got allows you to just basically take your chair, move it back, and by a touch of a button, bring your equipment up to eye view so you can actually work standing up. So if you wanted to stretch your back, you can actually sit here and actually work standing up. The system has a timer on it that you can set, so after so many minutes that you're sitting down, the timer goes off and says, hey, why don't you stand up and actually stretch your back, stretch your legs, and work standing up. It's huge. It's huge for our folks.
The system brings operators eye level with the screen. There are still more upgrades ahead, like being able to use your smartphone to text to 911.
This is a very big push from the FCC to the hearing impaired community and some other folks, the domestic violence community. They really want this The old technology of them having a device in their home that can actually type something to us, those days are kind of gone. Everybody has a smartphone. They want to be able to text to 911. I mean, the teenage community today doesn't know how to speak anymore. They are all about texting. So we have to keep up with with that community as they're growing into the adults and the young adults of today.
Ground was broken in April for the digital radio upgrade.
This is a radio system, and basically every city in the county and every law enforcement agency in the county uses this system to talk. The school buses, all law enforcement, EMS, fire. There are some state agencies that use our system. There are some federal agencies that use our system. The cities that contract with us for the service. We basically today we talk to anybody within Fulton County, and in the future we'll be able to accomplish the same.
The director is planning for the system to officially go online in March. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Felicia Church.
Thank you, Felicia. Juvenile court is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in the lives of young children. It's a part of the court's Guardian Ad Litem, or GAL program. Acting as sworn officers of the court, volunteers will advocate in the best interest of the children in foster care.
Can make a huge difference in the life of a child if they know that there's someone there. And often these volunteers and these guardians ad litem are really the most constant person in their life.
Juvenile Court's Chief Judge Bradley Boyd says every child in the foster care system should have a guardian ad litem.
Being a guardian ad litem volunteer entails advocating for the best interests of the child. They become a part of the court case, and they monitor it and see it through to the process of permanency for that child.
If you'd like to be a part of a foster child's life, you can contact the volunteer coordinator for an application. Orientation and training are provided. Workforce Development offers new opportunities for residents looking for new careers. Fulton has teamed up with the Atlanta Small Business Training Consortium to recruit people willing to work as an apprentice.
The apprenticeship opportunities that are being offered are opportunities in office management, barbering. We have some opportunities in the culinary industry. Several opportunities. We really wanted to span and give as many opportunities to our job seekers as possible, because we deal with customers with various backgrounds, skill sets, and specialties. So we really wanted to open it up for them.
The recruitment drive was part of Fulton County's program to help get residents back to work.
They're coming in and they're actually speaking to the Atlanta Small Business Training Consortium. They're talking to them about how to enroll for these apprenticeship opportunities, how to connect with the businesses that they're connected to, and find out the registration process, how much they could potentially be earning as far as compensation, and the next steps as far as interviewing for these opportunities.
Workforce Development has held recruitment sessions for Comcast, Walmart, and other major businesses in the county. There are workforce development offices throughout the county. You can call the office nearest you for information on upcoming recruitment drives by calling 404-613-6381. Thousands of students get a chance to see the first Urban Nutcracker performance of the season, and for many students, it was their first time ever seeing a live ballet. The trip was part of the Dare to Dream Ballet project organized by Fulton County employee Lila Womack with the Office of Aging. Ms. Womack raised the money for the outing without the help of corporate donations. Her fundraising campaign also allowed her to get 15 buses to transport the students to the First Center for the Performing Arts.
It was such a wonderful experience for the children. The schools had taken time to make sure that the children knew about the ballet. They'd gone on YouTube and looked at some of the videos, some of the footage of the Urban Nutcracker, so they were really excited about it.
The students were chosen from Carter G. Woodson, Grove Park, and George A. Towns Elementary School, and Frederick Douglass High School. Seniors ring in the holiday season. It's all a part of our district-by-district coverage next.
watching Fulton Today.
Fulton welcomes an international dance troupe to the county just in time for their holiday performance, and a South Fulton commissioner honors a group of Westlake High School athletes with a token they will never forget. Here's this week's District by District coverage. We begin with District 1 and Fulton's official welcome to the Africa Umoja 20 Years of Democracy and Freedom Dance Troupe. The company visited the Fulton County Government Center in downtown Atlanta just before they kicked off their performance at the Rialto. Chairman John Eves hosted the group, who gave a special performance.
High-octane energy from opening act through the conclusion of the finale. Their wonderful performance, but also singing a cappella without a whole lot of instruments, in some cases just a drum. It's just a lot of energy, a lot of dancing, and it's a storytelling of the apartheid struggle. And also people need to know that there's a connection between Nelson Mandela and Martin Luther King. So I think there's certainly a connection that we can all identify with here in Atlanta.
Africa Umoja's 20 Years of Democracy and Freedom is a performance that celebrates the culture of South Africa through music and dance. The play wrapped up at the Rialto just after the Thanksgiving holiday. In District 4, 'tis the season to be jolly with the Whitefield Academy Big Band. The young musicians gave a holiday concert for participants of the Dorothy C. Benson Senior Multipurpose Facility. The performance of holiday favorites was just what the seniors needed to get into the holiday spirit.
Oh, they were a fantastic audience today. Most of the time, as we play for seniors, they respond really well because they've heard this music before, and many of them love this music, and it brings back memories of times when they were young and danced or went to hotel ballrooms and such to hear bands play this music.
I just love the music that we play. It brings out, I guess, old feelings, and just the cooperation with everybody is just amazing. Going everywhere, the seniors, I love talking to them, love playing for them. I just love the enjoyment that I see on their faces when we play for them.
This is one of many holiday events at the Benson Senior Facility. Call 404-613-4900 for details about other programs. In District 5, the holiday season is also in full bloom at the Harriet G. Darnell Senior Multipurpose Facility. The facility was turned into the holiday gift shop for participants and visitors.
The Christmas shop was really designed to highlight the works of the people that participate at the center. It's a 5-day event, and once again, when people come in and they hear all the oohs and ahs and find that other people appreciate the things that they do, it inspires them as well. And
we have handmade gift cards, we have wreaths for the doors in the house, we have candles to make your home smell good, we have hats, shawls, you name it, we have it.
The Darnell facility is one of the most utilized senior centers in the county. There are programs planned all year long. To get information, you can contact the Star Line or call the facility. And finally, in District 7, students at Westlake High School make a special presentation to Commissioner William Bill Edwards. Commissioner Edwards recently purchased the championship rings for the girls' track and field winners. When the school could not fund the rings for the girls, the commissioner personally stepped in to honor their achievement. The team thanked the commissioner during halftime of a recent game.
It's always a good thing when government can step outside the box beyond the regular government initiatives to help communities and especially children. We are proud of the fact that we could do that here in District 7 in honoring the state champions track team, women's track team at Westlake High School.
The girls took top honors at the Fulton County Championships earlier this year. Their season will resume this spring. Now you can catch more of your commissioners at work all this week with a rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV. And when we come back, what Fulton is doing to create an AIDS-free generation. Stay with us.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Well, there's some good news about the health of young people in our area. Smoking rates for teens has dropped. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has our story.
You hear about the problem, but often miss the story when initiatives actually work. Well, here's one. Awareness campaigns and tougher regulations are pushing youth smoking rates down.
Fulton County has been involved with a community-based grassroots coalition called Smoke Free Fulton County that does quite a bit of education in schools as well as in the media and other areas to try to educate children as well as adults about the dangers of smoking.
The Georgia Department of Public Health says youth who have used any form of tobacco dropped from 26% in 2003 to 19% in 2013. Adult rates have also dropped, but still more than 1.5 million Georgians smoke. Medical Director Dr. Matthew McKenna says getting that number down has been a top priority in the county.
We estimate about 700 deaths a year in Fulton County are attributable directly to the use of tobacco. And it affects every organ in the body when someone smokes, causes over 40 types of cancer.
Dr. McKenna says tougher federal tobacco regulations passed into law in 2009 are making a difference. Those regulations include bigger warning labels and requiring proof of age to purchase tobacco. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Lynn Vaughn.
Thank you, Lynn. Fulton County joins the rest of the world in observing World AIDS Day. The health department held numerous events to raise awareness, including a wellness fair at the Aldridge Health Center. Condoms were given out and free testing was available.
It takes about 5 minutes to get registered. Once you go in, get your blood, it's about 15-20 minutes to get your results. While you're waiting on your results, you can go inside, have dinner or lunch on Fulton County today.
Despite medical advances in treatment and testing, AIDS continues to spread at an alarming rate. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 1.14 million people are living with AIDS in the U.S. Georgia is the 5th in the nation for HIV and AIDS cases.
It's really, really important that, especially here in Georgia, folks get tested, that they know their status, and that they do the right thing to protect themselves, especially for preventing HIV.
Now, for more information on HIV testing, you can call 404-612-1211. Fulton employees give the gift of life this holiday season by donating blood. During the county's blood drive for the American Red Cross, employees and visitors to the Fulton Government Center rolled up their sleeves to give. The Red Cross says the need is constant because every 2 seconds, someone needs blood in the U.S. and only 10% of the population actually donates.
Well, I think it's a very worthy cause, and I try to do it each and every time. I think that if I was in a position and needed blood, I would hope somebody has donated enough blood that I could use as well.
Well, I love to give blood to help donate and help save lives. I think it's very important. I'm also an organ donor, so if I ever pass away, they can use my organs to help somebody.
Fulton hosts multiple blood drives at several county buildings each year. If you want to donate blood, you can just go to redcrossblood.org. And still to come, art instructors put their works on display. We'll take you there when we come back.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Arts and culture instructors display their own creations during the annual Instructors Showcase. The exhibit at the Abernathy Arts Center allowed the teachers to show off their artistic talents. There are various mediums used at the exhibit. The showcase also gives students an idea of what they could learn if they enroll in one of the arts classes.
It's a really good chance for you, if you're not familiar with Abernathy Arts Center, to come down, or even if you are a current student, you can come down, get familiar with our instructors, and actually pick a class based on that individual's artwork.
The artwork will be displayed until the end of the year. You can enroll in the classes at the art centers until January. Just go to fultonarts.org. 4 South Fulton County high schools had a friendly competition while helping needy families. During the Can Do Good competition, students from Westlake, Creekside, McLaren, and Tri-Cities high schools used thousands of canned goods they collected to build displays at the Fulton County Government Center. One piece was made to look like Superman.
One of the things the children are learning how to do, the young people learn how to do, is to repurpose. They're taking canned goods and they're repurposing them and creating art.
I think it's awesome. We have 4 teams here and we're all really excited. Westlake has campaigned for about 2 weeks and we have raised about 3,000 cans. So we're here trying to build a bowl with a crack in it that will spell Feed the Hungry on the inside.
Students were given trophies for their participation. The South Fulton Chamber of Commerce sponsored the event. The cans will be given to a nonprofit who will then provide them to needy families. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to hear from you about the stories and programs right here on FGTV. Email us at fgtv.feedback@fultoncountyga.gov. You can also follow us on twitter.com/FGTV, find us on Facebook, and watch us on YouTube. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for joining us. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.